Hi, my name's Jason. I'm with Grafton Peek Catering in Indianapolis. I'm standing here with Chef Charles Bryant, who's going to teach us all today how to make a traditional bananas foster with the flames at your own house. First, Chuck's going to tell us a little bit about the ingredients we need together before we get started.
These are the ingredients we'll need today to make bananas foster. We have a little brown sugar, we have some unsalted butter, fresh banana, orange wedges, and we're using your favorite spiced rum. Today we're using Captain Morgan's, but you might use Sailor Jerry or whatever other flavor you have in the house. Let's get started on the bananas foster. First, I have a saute pan on low to medium heat. You want to be careful when you're making any flaming dessert to control your heat. Start out with about 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We're going to let that begin to melt, and we're going to add the equivalent in brown sugar. You can always adjust your heat lower or higher as you need to, depending on how your butter's melting and things are coming together. This is a dessert made famous in Brennan's in New Orleans. It's traditionally done tableside, but what we're doing here today is to show you how you can do it if you're doing a party or an entertaining at home. The caramel's beginning to come together here. We'll make sure all the sugar is dissolved. And as we begin to do that, we'll add our bananas here momentarily. Depending on how many people you have at your event, you can do your bananas a couple different ways. You can do it traditionally, where you would just slice it up if you have more guests. But as it was done originally at the restaurant in New Orleans, bananas come apart in 3 equal sections, and they were laid in the pan like as such, sauteed, and just flipped over one time. So now that we have our pan in here, or the bananas in here, we begin the saute process and let the bananas get caramelized. It doesn't take long, as bananas have a soft enough texture anyway. And as they begin to caramelize, we'll stir them around a little bit. And then we'll get ready to add our fresh squeezed orange. Now you can get your ingredients prepped ahead of time. If you're expecting guests later in the evening, have everything prepared. That way when you do begin to perform your bananas foster, you look like you're a seasoned chef. The caramelization process looks like it's just about complete, so we'll add our fresh squeezed orange in here. You can hear the sizzling taking place as you're adding the liquid to the caramel. About 30 seconds on that to let those flavors incorporate, and then we'll begin to add the spiced rum. Anytime you add alcohol to a dish, you always want to do it away from the flame and then bring your pan back to the flame, as you don't want fire shooting up into the stream of the liquid. I just added the spiced rum. As you can see, even a professional chef comes up with snags occasionally. Here we go with the spiced rum. The caramelization process is completed, and once your flames go down off any liquor you add, then you'll know that the alcohol is cooked off. It's safe to consume. Here we're going to pour it over our French vanilla ice cream. And you get the contrast of the hot bananas with the caramel sauce over the ice-cold ice cream. This is one of the more memorable things about this dessert, is the contrast in texture and heat and cold.
Don't mind if I do.
Enjoy.
I will.